Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing the alternating spike stitch, and I really like the way that pattern works out. It almost looks like the houndstooth fabric pattern, and I think that's timeless. I really like it. So I like that this pattern is a one row repeat. So for the first row, and you know I always already do this. This is worked in multiples of 2 plus 1. So I have 11 chains here. And once you do the first row, row number 1, which is the foundation row, you repeat row number 2 throughout the process, the whole time. So I really like it. It's very simple, easy to remember, and it's very pretty. So let's go ahead and get started. So it's a multiples of 2 plus 1. So I have 11 chains right here. I'm going to skip 2 chains. 1, 2. And I'm going to go in here into this third loop, third chain. And what I'm going to do is I am going to do a single crochet. And I'm going to do a single crochet in each of these chains all the way to the end. So I will go ahead and do that, and then I will be right back. We're at the end of a row, and before we close off the very last single crochet, we're going to choose our next color. And I know these colors are not the prettiest color combination, but I wanted to make them light enough so that you guys are able to see the stitching and you're able to see what I'm doing. We close off. And then we're going to chain 1. Now to start row 2, since we already chained 1, that counts as a single crochet. And we're going to skip this first stitch. We're going to go into the following stitch. And in here, we're going to insert a single crochet. Now we're going to do our spike single crochet. And that is basically working a single crochet by inserting the hook one row under the previous single crochet. This is our chain right here, and then this is our foundation row. This single crochet was started into this chain. So that's where we're going to insert our hook. We're going to yarn over, we're going to pull it through. And you need to pull it through just so that the yarn is to the same level, and then you're going to finish off as you would regularly. So then we're going to work a single crochet on that next stitch, regular single crochet, and then we're going to work a spiked single crochet. And if you see here, this is where we worked the single crochet from row number 1. So that is where we are going to be inserting our hook. Yarn over, pull through, and we're going to bring up that loop just to the same level as this first loop. Yarn over and finish our single crochet as normal. And you see it gives it a spike. That's why it's called a spiked stitch. So every other single crochet is going to be a spike. And every other single crochet is going to be a regular single crochet. So we're at the end of a row. We're going to work our last spike. Remember to pull it just enough so that it's on the same level as the other one. And we're going to finish off with a single crochet. Now, we're not going to finish off just yet because we're going to bring our third color. Now, this is where you can get creative. If you want the black and white effect, all you have to do is alternate black and white. But I just want to show you how it looks like with 3 colors. And it gives me a better way of showing you where we are inserting our hook. Okay, so we're going to repeat row number 2. So we chain 1, flip our work, or you flip your work and then you chain 1. And we're not going to be cutting the yarn. because we will be using this white one after we use the purple one. It's the same thing as we did for row number 2. So we're going to work row number 3 in the same way. We chain 1, and that chain 1 counts as a stitch. So we're going to skip this stitch, the first stitch, and we're going to go into the following. And we're going to start off with a single crochet, a regular single crochet. And then our next stitch is going to be a spike stitch. And so this is what I mean. This is a regular crochet, single crochet. We are going to be inserting our hook where we started, or where we inserted the hook to start the single crochet of the previous row. We inserted our hook here. So that is where we're going to start, or where we're going to insert our hook. Pull it up, pull through. And into the spike, we are simply going to insert a regular single crochet. Now we're going to work on our spike, and we're going to insert our hook where we inserted the hook for that single crochet on that previous row. And then it's a regular single crochet, and then it's a spike. So you can start seeing the pattern form, and it's very simple to know when you mess up, because every other stitch is a spike stitch, and the spike stitches go in between the spike stitches of the previous row. So if you mess up, you will know. You'll know the pattern is off. So we're at the end, and we're always going to finish with a single crochet. So we're at the end, drop our purple, and we're going to get our blue. I'm sorry, our white. We're going to chain 1 and then turn our work. This chain 1 counts as a stitch, so we're going to skip that. We're going to go into that following stitch, and we're going to start with a single crochet. And we're going to insert our hook where we inserted the hook for that previous single crochet, which would be here. And you see the white spike is in between the 2 purple spikes, and it lines up with the blue spike, which is 1 row down or 2 rows down. And that's it. That's all you have to do. That's all you repeat. So I'm gonna drop it right here. This produces a very thick fabric since you're overlapping the rows. And if you see it, there's really no holes. It's a very good stitch for purses if you don't want to line them, or you don't know how to line them, or you don't have a sewing machine, you don't want to sew the liner in. This is perfect. It's thick. If you want, now this is going to be crazy, but if you really want this look, that houndstooth pattern, you want a coat, you can definitely use this stitch, and dare I even say this acrylic yarn if you wanted to, because it would give you a very nice, I don't want to say boxy, but very firm structure that coats have. So I think that would be nice. I don't know, maybe I'll create a pattern with that if I do venture out into doing something like that. but I don't know. Yeah, so if you like this video, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you think that this is helpful. Thank you for watching. Bye.